Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I review Halloween 2018. So this is written by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, directed by David Gordon Green, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Andy, what's her name, with James Jude Courtney, and a featured cameo from Nick Castle as Michael Myers. So this is set 40 years after the events of the first Halloween movie. This retcons all the sequels, all the movies after the original, including the original Halloween 2. So as you know, they wiped the slate clean, they've kept the original film canon, and this one, like I say, is a direct sequel, or requel. So 40 years after being locked away in Smith's Grove, Michael Myers escapes once again and unleashes hell and havoc on the small town of Haddonfield. Only this time, Laurie Strode is ready for him and is ready to face him once again and to kill evil. So yeah, that's pretty much the story there. So what did I like about this? Well, I was surprised by it. When I first saw this in cinemas, I thought, is this going to work without Michael and Laurie being brother and sister? Because in the second film, and from that then on, Michael and Laurie have been brother and sister. But because Halloween 2 isn't canon in this, new trilogy, they're not related, but they are still enemies that know one another. And I thought that wouldn't work without that, but I think it did. It really did, and I enjoyed how basic and how close to the original as they could make it. I mean, Michael was played by James Jude Courtney for a majority of the film, but there was a brief moment where Michael was played by the original actor Nick Castle, and I liked that. Michael was just brilliant in this. His silent emotions, his breathing heavy, it was like he never left, but he did 40 years on, and I'm thinking he was very well active for a guy in his 60s. I also liked Jamie Lee Curtis, how she sort of Sarah Connored herself for this event and how she'd been preparing for 40 years. She even had another daughter this time in another timeline where it was, played by Judy Greer, and she too had a daughter. So we had like 3 generations of women that were badass and faced Michael in the finale, and I thought that was great. I just thought this was a great, requel. I even enjoyed the kills in this were good, like Michael just going back to the kills, including that bathroom scene when he goes into that bathroom or the toilets and drops them teeth in that cubicle to that woman, and then he's trying to get her and he does. Yeah. And that scene as well, when he bangs that head's guy into the cubicle door, that was brutal. That's another thing I liked. They kept the R rating and they kept the brutality in this, and I like that. I just liked everything about it, and it didn't surprise me at all when they confirmed a sequel. I mean, it was meant to come out in 2020, but was delayed for a year for obvious reasons. But we got to see that eventually, and we're going to see Halloween Ends real soon. This is in the build-up to it. That's why I'm redoing all these, revisiting these. So, yeah, do I have anything to dislike? I don't think I do. I mean, yeah, the title is called Halloween, the same as the original film. So, sometimes when you say, did you see Halloween, you got to, like, say, the 2018 one. But then it's gone on to be, the original's gone on to be known as John Carpenter's Halloween. They even had John Carpenter compose a little bit, so they had some of his involvement in it for the first time in ages in the franchise. And I thought the directing was good, the writing was great. Danny McBride and David Gordon Green clearly knew what they were doing. I mean, they specialised in comedy, but a lot of good comedians have done some good horrors in recent years, like Jordan Peele with, his films Get Out, Us, and Nope, and, we got Danny McBride and David Gordon Green that have done movies like Pineapple Express and stuff. Going into this, genre and giving us this film. it's well done, and I enjoyed it, and yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm giving it 5 stabs out of 5, as I did with the other one. But is it as good as the original? I can't answer that one, but I will say if it wasn't for the original, we wouldn't have got this one. I mean, it took 40 years for him to make a good sequel. I mean, Halloween 2, the original one, is a good sequel, but I do kind of like this one a bit more. So there you go. There's your review for this one. So, have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are linked down below in the description, so feel free to check all that out. And if you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification bell and what have you. A few clicks for you, but means a great deal to me, but at the end of the day, that choice is yours. So yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares.